Hello friends, welcome to day 8 of the 12 days of Christmas. In this video, we are going to make a really cool design using Waterslide and a UV DTF decal from FLYNN Sisters Supply Shop. So I'm going to start off with my tumbler that I have already glittered. I did the quick glitter method, so I mixed in Bright from Peachy Olive Glitters into about 25 to 30 milliliters of epoxy and applied that to my 20-ounce skinny tumbler. And now I'm ready to get into all of my designing. You can use any sort of fine white glitter that you have, and you'll just want to use either a pre-prepped white tumbler or you can spray paint just a plain stainless one, and then you'll just apply your glitter and you'll be ready to go right in. So what I'm going to do first is create the box stencil that we're going to use as the little window for this UV DTF decal. So I'm measuring the height and width of the decal so I know where to start in creating my little box stencil that we're going to put on the tumbler. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger than I actually need the box to be, so I'm writing down the measurements of the decal, but the box that I make is going to be a little bit bigger, so just keep that in mind. If you're using the same decal, those are the measurements, but if you're using a different decal, you'll obviously have to measure it yourself. So anyway, I cut out a rectangle just using some old vinyl that I'm trying to get rid of, and you can see the decal fits perfectly in that rectangle. And what I'm going to do is place this in the middle of my tumbler, and I'm going to use that as a guide for where to trim my water slide so that we just have the plain glitter kind of showing through that window that we're creating, because I want to put the decal right on the white glitter and not over the water slide. I want it to kind of be framed out, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put this right in the middle. I am going to trim it up a little bit because I wanted to have about an inch on the top and an inch on the bottom, because I'm going to do a little bit of vinyl work at the very end. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough room for the water slide to end, the frame to fit in and be framed out, and the vinyl striping to go on. All of this will make sense when you see the final tumbler design, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to measure an inch from the top rim of the tumbler just using 1-inch painter's tape, and then I'm going to line up the top of the rectangle with that line of tape, and then I'll do the same thing on the bottom and I'll trim the vinyl down so that it fits. Obviously you won't have to do this if you just make your rectangle the right size in the first place, but I didn't, so if you need to do this, you can. I was just a little bit off, so I cut off a tiny little strip of the vinyl, but anyway, no big deal. You also do not need to apply this perfectly. There are going to be a ton of bubbles in my application, as you'll see in just a minute, but it won't matter because we're just using this as a stencil. We're going to remove it, so it doesn't need to be on there perfectly. Once you've got your rectangle on your tumbler, you can move into your water slide. So I printed my water slide on my Hayes Paper Company clear water slide, and I sealed it with 3 thin coats of the Rust-Oleum clear gloss spray, and now I'm ready to put it on my tumbler. I am going to trim off all of the white borders from printing. For some reason, I just cannot print without a white border. I don't know, my printer just won't do it, so I'm going to trim those off. By the way, this seamless pattern is available on my website if you would like to use the same one, but you can use any seamless Christmas pattern that you have. You could even use a transparent or semi-transparent sheet of pattern vinyl for the same technique if you have one of those that you want to use. If you wanted to too, you could use an opaque sheet of vinyl, but I like using the clear water slide or a transparent or semi-transparent vinyl, because then you'll really see all of the glitter on the tumbler all the way around. If you use an opaque vinyl, you won't see the glitter anywhere except in the little window. So another thing to note is that with my water slide, I did flip the image. I mirrored it because I'm going to apply it kind of like a temporary tattoo. I find that with water slide wraps, it's a lot easier, or just water slides in general, it's a lot easier to apply them upside down. So that's how I'm going to apply mine. If you like to do it another way, that's okay too. I have my water here at maybe lukewarm, maybe a little bit warmer than lukewarm. It's not hot, but it's also not cold. So to apply this, I'm going to line the seam up for my wrap where the edge of the rectangle is, because then we'll only have two little small spots at the top and bottom of the tumbler where you'll actually see the seam of the water slide. So I'm going to line that up, and you can see I'm applying the water slide face down onto my tumbler, just trying to keep it as straight as possible. I am not worried about the top rim or the bottom rim because, again, I'm going to put some vinyl striping at the top and bottom, so I don't care what it looks like because it's going to get covered up really anyway. So once I've got the water slide wrapped around my tumbler, as you can see, I'm just going to make sure everything is nice and smooth, and then I'm going to slide the top paper off of the tumbler, just as you can see here. This is so satisfying to do because it just comes off like butter. Honestly, it's so nice. And once I've got that done, I'm going to go through my normal steps of applying a water slide to a tumbler. So I'm going to take a wet paper towel, smooth out any wrinkles, get rid of any water pockets or bubbles or anything that might be underneath the water slide, trying to keep the whole thing wet throughout the whole process. If your water slide dries out too quickly, you risk it cracking, it wrinkling, all of these things that you don't want. So keep your surface wet while you work. After I've used my little squeegee brush there to push out a lot of the water, I am going to trim around that rectangle that we've got on the cup to remove everything. You don't want to do this when your water slide is completely wet, or everything will slide around and get unlined up. But you also don't want to do it after everything is totally dry, because then it'll be really hard to like lift everything up again and get that rectangle off of your tumbler. So I like to do it kind of in the middle stage when everything is still like kind of wet. I also like to use an extremely sharp blade on my craft knife. Using a sharp blade will prevent your water slide from snagging as you try to cut it, and I would just recommend going really slowly, being nice and gentle, and everything will cut just fine. If you feel more comfortable waiting until your water slide is dry to cut it, you can do that, but I like to just get it done, get it cut, and then we don't have to worry about it later. Now, when I say I'm removing the rectangle, I mean just the water slide that is over the vinyl rectangle, like just that section of it. We will remove the lime green vinyl once the water slide is completely dry, because then we'll be able to like handle the cup a little bit better. We won't have to be so delicate around the water slide. So remove the water slide that's on top of your rectangle, and then let your cup dry for maybe like an hour, hour and a half-ish. And once your water slide is completely dry, you can go in and remove that vinyl rectangle from your tumbler. After that, you'll be able to move into another coat of epoxy. For this coat, I'm using the Flynn Sisters Supply Shop Artist Cure Epoxy. So this is the regular setting formula, not the fast set. And I'm going to apply about 20 to 25 milliliters to my tumbler. I'm going to let that cure for at least 12 hours before I add all of my vinyl work and everything. And after it's cured, I am going to sand down the top rim of the tumbler really well, but the rest of the body of the tumbler really didn't need too much sanding. Of course, if yours does, now would be the time to do it. But once you're done with that, you can move into all of the fun design elements. So starting off, we're going to do our vinyl frame that's around the little window of our tumbler. Now, I just made an offset of the original rectangle shape that I used, and then I sliced out the rectangle to create the box. But because I had to edit the shape of my rectangle once it was on my tumbler, I did kind of trim this up and just like make it fit. So if you want to just use like different vinyl stripes that you would use for something else and like create your frame, you can do it however you want. Of course, if your rectangle was the right size when you cut it out, then this is an easy way to put the frame around it. Alright, so now that we have the frame applied, we can put the UV DTF decal right in the middle of that. So I'm going to apply this essentially the same way we would like a clear decal or something like that. And if you don't have a UV DTF decal, you can use a clear cast decal. You could even use another Waterslide if you wanted to. Whatever kind of decal you want to put in the window is totally fine. I'm using this one that says Jolly and Joyful. This is from FLYNN Sisters Supply Shop, so I will have it linked down below for you. And I'm just going to do my best to get it centered within that window. I'm just eyeballing this. I'm not doing any exact measurements here, but once I've got it in place, I am going to tape down one edge with some painter's tape, and then I'll remove the backing and basically just use the hinge method to hinge the decal onto the tumbler. I'll take my vinyl scraper and make sure that the adhesive is stuck down really, really well, and then I'll remove that little clear carrier sheet that comes on top of the decal, and we'll be left with a really beautiful, vibrant image on our tumbler. Now we're going to apply our vinyl striping to the top and bottom of our tumbler. So I'm going to use some sparkly red vinyl from TECKWRAP Craft, and then I'm also going to use some of the like copper rose gold textured metallic vinyl that I used for the frame. That is also from TECKWRAP Craft. So I'm going to put a strip on both the bottom and the top edge of the tumbler. Starting with the red, I'm going to put that down first, and then I'll lay the textured metallic vinyl down right on top of the red in the middle, and I think I cut those at like 0.2 maybe or 0.15 inches in width, just thin enough so that you still see the red on either side of that textured metallic vinyl. Now all that's left to do is finish off the bottom of the tumbler. So I'm going to keep things really simple down here. All I'm going to do is take a little bit of UV resin, mix in some Goddess from Peachy Olive Glitters, and then pour that into that bottom well at the bottom of the tumbler. I'm going to cure that, I think maybe for like 2.5 to 3 minutes. And once that bottom glitter is cured under my lamp, I'm going to add my final 2 coats of epoxy. For the final 2 coats, I'm using the FLYNN Sisters Supply Shop Artist Cure Epoxy again. This is a very light colored tumbler, so I wanted to use the maximum UV protection epoxy, not the fast set, because I want this to stay nice and bright and white for a very long time. So that is it for this tutorial. I really hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you're inspired by the design. If you did enjoy it, you know the drill. Please give it a thumbs up down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're going to try this design, please be sure to tag me in your photos. I want to see what Waterslide and decal combination you all come up with when you recreate this. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you very soon for day 9 of the 12 days of Christmas. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Again, I love you so, so much, and I'll see you then. Okay? Love you. Bye.